So far in this course, we've exposed you to a variety of ways to use a spreadsheet, Excel, to perform descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. As a wise person once said, no matter how good your analytics are, you will fail at your assignment if the intended audience does not fully grasp the results and put them to the intended use. One way to improve your communication of results is to use good data visualizations. Humans evolved using their eyes to recognize patterns that could help them survive. Our brains can more quickly grasp and understand the results of analytics when they're presented as graphics than when presented in a table. In Module 7, we begin to explore data visualizations more fully. While Excel can create many useful graphics, there are more powerful tools available today. One such tool is Tableau. In the background, you have been experiencing a Tableau story about LGBTQ plus legal freedom across the world. A Tableau story allows individual viewers to explore a data set and understand what the analysis intended to communicate. In this module, you will create and publish a Tableau dashboard. In Module 8, you will learn how to create an interactive Tableau story like the one behind me. In this video, I hope to show you how powerful Tableau can be for creating effective data visualizations quickly and intuitively. We call them data vizzes. We're going to use Tableau Public. Now, you can also use the full Tableau Professional desktop if you want, but in this course, we're going to focus on the free version, Tableau Public. You can do just about everything you can with Tableau Public as you can with a full-blown version. One difference is that for the full-blown desktop version, you have a lot more options of data sources. Now, this is the opening page of Tableau Public. We call it the connect page because that's what it's intended to do, is where we connect to a data source. Here we've got a list of Excel and some other types of files that we can open. You can also connect to a server. We're not going to do that in this course. We can show you some more of that in a subsequent video. So we're going to start with Microsoft Excel. I'm going to click on that and then navigate to the directory where I have the data file saved. It's my Tableau repository directory, and in the data sources directory, I have the World Bank CO2 file we're going to use for this demonstration. And I'm just going to open that. Tableau will show us what is inside that Excel workbook. Over here on the left, in the connections area, we've got each of the worksheets, which you could use. We're just going to use one, the CO2 data cleaned worksheet. And I'm just going to click on that worksheet name and drag it here where it says drag tables. Tableau will open it up and show us what's inside that file. Now we're lucky here that this is the wide data format with a column for each of the variables, and then each observation of those variables is in a separate row. And it shows that we've got more than 1,000 rows here, so we've got quite a bit of data. That's fine for us to use, so I'm going to click on Sheet 1 to start building the first graphic. There are a number of ways that you can build graphics using Tableau. I'm just going to show you an easy way. Don't worry about all these options here. We've got other videos that'll go into more detail about what's going on here. But I'm just going to start by clicking on country name field and dragging it here where it says drag the field. Tableau recognizes this would be a map, and we've got a world map with a dot that represents each of the countries. That's pretty cool, but we're going to focus on CO2. So I'm going to go over here to the CO2 per capita field and drag that into the center of the map. Tableau resizes those dots to make them proportional to the contribution of CO2 per capita. That's pretty good, but I want to change the default color. I am going to take the CO2 per capita and drag it into the color tile here in the mark session. Now I can click on that and edit the colors. I'm going to go to the drop down, red, black, white, diverging, reverse it so the red is where the bigger numbers are, and click OK. So that's a pretty good map. I'm going to right click on it and rename it so we can keep it straight. CO2 per capita. So let's make another graph worksheet again. Open up a new canvas, and this time I'm going to start with the CO2 per capita field again. Double click that because we want to see the change over time. I want to add time, so I'm just going to double click on year, and that adds that field to the map, and you can see that CO2 has been increasing over time. So that's pretty good. We want to look at the contributions to individual countries, so I'm going to take the country name and drag it here on the map. Woo, we've got a very busy map. We've now got a line for each of the countries. Over here, this happens to be that Qatar again, showing us the problem. I want to use the same colors as the first map, so I'm going to take the CO2 per capita again to drag it onto that color tile, and then I'm going to click on that and edit the colors again to that red, white, black, diverging, reversed. Now we've got another graphic. I want to change the name so I can keep it straight. Right click, rename, CO2 over time. So now we've got two nice graphs that we can use in our dashboard. To create the dashboard, I'm going to take the middle icon there, click that, and that opens up the dashboard canvas. Here's our two maps. I'm going to start with the CO2 map and drag it to the top of the dashboard, and then the CO over time to the bottom. Pretty good. I'm going to take this top here and drag it down to make the map a little bit bigger. One way we can make this bigger is to get rid of these legends over here. So I'm going to click on that and get rid of that legend. Click on this, get rid of that legend. Now the maps are a little bit bigger and I can zoom in. There we go. Now I want to be able to use this top map to control the bottom map, because we want to be able to click on a country and see its particular timeline. And to do that, we use the little filter. I just click that and it turns white, and it's telling me that this map, this element, is controlling the other elements on the dashboard. And since we just have one, it's just controlling this one. So if I click on Qatar again, we can see down here the lower graphic just shows us the emissions over time for Qatar. Now I want to add a title, so I'm going to take the text object here and drag it up to the top, and then add a good title, CO2 emissions over time, and click OK. And then I'm just going to resize that to make it my dashboard. And that looks pretty good. So now we want to share this, and I'm going to go to File, Save to Tableau Public. Now you have to give it a good name, and you need to have an account, a profile with Tableau Public, which is free to set up. I'm going to save it. It opens up into my Tableau Public account, and we can see that it works. I'm going to click to clear the filter and go back and click on United States, and it works. Clear the filter by clicking again. Look at Australia. So it all seems to be working. This is pretty cool. Now we can share this dashboard a number of different ways. Down at the bottom, I'm just going to click on Share, and it gives us a embed code where we can put on our website, or a link that we can share by just emailing or social media, etc. This is pretty cool. I hope you see how Tableau can be helpful.